Thank you, Richard, and thanks everyone for being here. It's kind of nice to finish off. This has been a great meeting for me. And just so you know, like I was already in Europe, so I didn't actually fly here for this, but I would have. It was really good. But anyway, welcome to this closing keynote. What I want to talk about, I guess, is 4 decades of collaborative science. I want to sort of weave a bit of a story about how a small remote sensing project turned into a national product and turned into, I guess, a whole of government monitoring program. So it's kind of a nice story of the evolution of remote sensing from research into operational use. But I thought I'd start with some art. I mean, I think we saw a bit of Mona Lisa yesterday in Richard's work. But here I'm starting with some work by Ivan Shishkin. He was a Russian realist. He rejected the Impressionists at the time. He was a bit of an outlier. But his thing was around structural realism. So if you look closely at that painting of an oak forest, the structure is impeccable. He's got all the branch architecture, he's got the leaves, he's captured the very essence of the forest, the rain coming through the canopy, the way the light scatters. But even back then, 130 years ago, he sort of knew that, you know, the artist, this is his quote, the artist by copying nature in which everything incessantly moves and changes cannot grab it at once at more than one moment. And so what I want to talk about here is how can we move beyond capturing the landscape dynamics, the oak forests, the rangelands, at more than one moment. How can we turn it into, I guess, a decadal record of the dynamics within our landscapes? So the challenge that we had to unpack, and we all in this room who do remote sensing have to do that, is how do you resolve the temporal tension? So I'm a Landsat kid. I sort of came into the field when Landsat was starting to happen in the 80s. We've got 40 years of Landsat now, and that's an amazing record. It's such a nice spatial scale. It's such a nice sensor. It's been well calibrated. But now we're coming into this era of Sentinel. We've got Planet. We've got a whole range of hyperspectral instruments, and we've also got a whole lot of, I guess, better models. We've got more computation. We've got a lot of ways of processing big data, everything's online. So what we want to do is sort of bring these two together into a single, continuous, unfrozen record which can unlock, I guess, and answer questions about things that have happened, in this case, over the last 40 years. We can't just look at today's high-resolution data. We need to actually build algorithms that give us that continuous look back in time. Sure, we can get sort of more spatial resolution, we might be able to get more spectral resolution, but being able to compare a measurement from the 80s to a measurement